Hey everyone, Normal Guy of the North here, and welcome back to the channel. You know, every once in a while, Wargaming releases a tech tree line that just hits differently. Not just because it's strong, but because it's fun. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. The Pan American cruisers and battleships. They've got personality, they've got punch, and they've got one of the best unique commanders in the game, Joaquim Marques Lisboa, who turns these already powerful ships into absolute monsters. The cruisers are flexible and tactical with special consumables that make every battle dynamic. The battleships, they're tanky, aggressive, and their secondaries are borderline legendary, especially on the Libertad. So let's dive into why the Pan American lines, powered up by Joaquim Marques Lisboa, might just be the most fun and rewarding grind in World of Warships right now. What makes this line so different is its identity. It's not copy-pasted from the usual nations. It's a South American fusion of multiple design philosophies: British armor, American fire control, and that unmistakable Latin flair. You can feel it in every ship. The cruisers are elegant but deadly, using special abilities that reward active play. The battleships, meanwhile, are full-on powerhouses built for brawling, with secondary batteries that can melt anything that gets too close. And when you pair them with their unique commander, Joaquim Marques Lisboa, everything gets amplified. He brings special improved skills that enhance survivability, main battery performance, and most importantly, those insane secondaries. We'll talk more about him as we go through the ships, but just know, if you have him, you're not just playing these ships. You're unleashing them. Let's start with the cruisers. Tier 5 all the way to Tier 10. They're sleek, punchy, and each one builds naturally into the next. For the record, I don't play below Tier 5, so we will not be covering Tier 1 through 4. At Tier 5, La Argentina introduces you to the Pan American playstyle: precise gunnery, good agility, and strong AP performance. She's fun, forgiving, and a perfect starter ship for the line. You start learning early how to manage angles, position smartly, and make the most of your guns. Even at this tier, she's got personality, and she's one of those ships you'll actually enjoy playing again later, just for fun. Then you hit Almirante Cochrane, and this is where the fun really starts. This ship introduces the Combat Instructions Mechanic, your F key ability. Each time you land main battery hits, you charge up a bar that, when activated, reduces all your consumable cooldowns dramatically. That means more heals, faster hydro, more uptime on your tools, and that's incredibly satisfying. It rewards you for being active, for staying in the fight, and for landing shots. When paired with Joaquim Marques Lisboa, this mechanic becomes even more effective. His improved expert marksman and consumable enhancements let you maximize uptime and gun control, turning Cochrane into a relentless mid-tier cruiser. Tier 7's Coronel Bolognesi keeps the rhythm going. She's tankier, more confident, and really teaches you how to play proactively. The combat instructions now feel more natural. You're cycling consumables constantly. She rewards patience and positioning, and with Lisboa on board, your consumables recharge faster and last longer, making her tough to kill when played right. Tier 8's Ignacio Allende is where things get spicy. You now have access to radar, a strong heal, and your consumable recharge mechanic is even faster. This ship plays beautifully in team modes. She's a hybrid of support and DPS. With Lisboa as your commander, you get improved dispersion and faster consumable cooldowns, which means your radar and repair cycles are almost always available when needed. You can lock down destroyers, kite big ships, and always feel like you have an answer ready. Tier 9's Santander is one of those ships that just feels good. The guns are crisp, the armor holds up, and the consumable loop is pure fun. With combat instructions active, you can chain consumables faster than most cruisers in the game, and that gives you insane map control. Pair that with Lisboa's skills, especially as improved emergency repair specialist and superintendent, and you'll have more heals, shorter cooldowns, and way more endurance in fights than most opponents expect. Then you reach the top, San Martín. This ship is everything the line has been leading toward: power, utility, and constant engagement. She's got 203mm SAP sluggers, excellent concealment, and consumables that come back so quickly you'll feel like you're cheating. When you run Joaquim Marques Lisboa here, you unlock her true potential. He amplifies your survivability, your consumable uptime, and your firing precision. With combat instructions active and Lisboa commanding, San Martín feels like a premium supercruiser with zero downtime. She's the definition of fun efficiency. So to sum up the cruisers, they're versatile, rewarding, and encourage constant action. They don't punish you for mistakes. They let you bounce back, re-engage, and keep playing smart. And with Lisboa in command, you get faster consumables, better accuracy, and more staying power. Everything a great tech tree line should offer. If you like dynamic tactical cruiser play that rewards activity and precision, this line is pure gold. Now let's move to the heavy hitters, the Pan American battleships. This is where the fun factor goes through the roof. 3 ships, Ipiranga, Los Andes, and Libertad, and all 3 are ridiculously enjoyable. Ipiranga sets the tone early. Good armor, accurate guns, and surprisingly strong secondaries for a tech tree ship. She's not afraid to get close, and her handling is far more responsive than most battleships at this tier. It's the kind of ship that encourages you to push instead of snipe, and that alone makes her fun. With Lisboa, your secondary dispersion tightens and your survivability improves. His skills synergize beautifully with this line. You're tankier, faster to heal, and your secondaries hit more reliably. It's one of those combos that makes every match feel like a highlight reel waiting to happen. Tier 9's Los Andes is the heart of the line. If you only remember one ship from this video, it's probably this one. She's an absolute powerhouse with massive secondary coverage, strong main guns, and one of the best damage control cycles in her tier. When you bring Lisboa aboard, she becomes terrifying. You get faster heal reloads, more secondary range, and tighter groupings, making her a brawler's dream. She feels overtuned, but in the best way possible. Fun, fast, and endlessly satisfying. It's the kind of ship that makes you say, okay, just one more match. And then, of course, there's Libertad, the flagship, the myth, the secondary monster. This ship's reputation speaks for itself. Her secondaries are legendary. When built and commanded properly, Libertad can shred anything that gets within her range. With Joaquim Marques Lisboa at the helm, she goes from great to unstoppable. His combination of improved secondary battery expert, emergency repair specialist, and concealment expert make her a complete package. A stealthy brawler that hits like a freight train. Libertad gives you that rare feeling in World of Warships where you're not just playing, you're dominating. She's the perfect example of why this line is being called one of the most enjoyable tech tree grinds ever. So why should you grind these lines? Simple. They're fun, rewarding, and versatile. The cruisers give you constant action. You're pressing buttons, chaining consumables, and outsmarting your opponents. The battleships give you satisfying power. You're tanking, brawling, and burning down ships with those glorious secondaries. And with Joaquim Marques Lisboa commanding both lines, everything you do becomes sharper, faster, and stronger. He's easily one of the best unique commanders Wargaming has released, and he's the glue that ties both lines together. From start to finish, you're rewarded every step of the way. There's no painful mid-tier grind. Every ship feels special, every upgrade meaningful, and the payoff at Tier 10 is phenomenal. At the end of the day, the Pan American lines, doing both cruisers and battleships, are exactly what World of Warships needs more of. Ships that are fun, balanced, and rewarding to play, no matter your skill level. The cruisers give you tactical satisfaction. The battleships give you raw, exhilarating power. And Joaquim Marques Lisboa, he ties it all together like a true admiral should. If you're looking for a tech tree line that's not only powerful, but consistently enjoyable from start to finish, grind Pan America. You'll learn a lot, you'll dominate matches, and you'll have an absolute blast doing it. So which one's your favorite? The cruisers or the battleships? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, I do appreciate it, and please feel free to click on the videos on your screen for more World of Warships content. But as always, take care, stay safe, and I wish you all the best. See you in the next one, and bye for now.